from Yes Queen channel! Thank you very much for watching our channel. And I'm back with my friends again. So this is Miki.
Hi, my name is Miki. I'm a journalist here in Tokyo, and I cover a range of topics including LGBTQI plus issues here in Japan.
And Rei.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rei. I'm half Japanese and half Swedish, and I lived most of my life in Sweden and Scandinavia, but I lived here in Japan now for around 2 years. And I'm a hetero man, but I'm always been, close to the gay community, but never really been fully in it or like fully understood it, especially not in Japan. So I'm just super curious to learn all about the LGBTQ community and everything around it.
Thank you. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the different dating style compared to like Scandinavian country in Japan and like lesbian. Is that correct? Okay. And our opera Miki is gonna facilitate today's show. So Miki, please.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we are joined by two people with diverse experiences. So I think one first question that we should ask, and I'm curious to know, is I guess different dating styles and your experiences or countrywide or region-wide experiences in terms of relationships and dating. So first, maybe Rei can start us off.
Yeah, sure. So I'm here to represent Scandinavia. And I mean, as I'm hetero, I won't be doing full justice to, I think, the gay people living in Scandinavia. But having many gay friends and, being in gay pride and hearing a lot about how the community is developing, I feel like Sweden has, a very long experience of gay rights. Gay marriage is legal. Being homosexual in general is, even if you ask old people or any generation, they're very okay with it.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so I feel like what's interesting and I think what's happening more and more in Scandinavia is that the gay part of Sweden is like they are becoming way similar to the hetero part, in the sense that a gay couple still strive, to get that house, to get children, to grow old together with a dog. It just seems like doesn't matter if you're gay or straight, you still wanna go to the same thing. You want to have children, you want to have this life, and the more the taboo around being gay exists,
Sure.
I think then it disappears kind of that gay people do something different than straight people, which I can see in many other countries where being gay in a country where it's taboo, it feels like gay people have a completely separate lives from hetero people. But so yeah, I honestly don't think there's that much different being gay or hetero in Scandinavia as of now.
Well, I think you talked about, I guess, marriages, long run things, right? Children, etc. But just kind of bringing it back down to the dating scene, right?
Yeah.
Is it quite different, or like you say, the boundaries are kind of blurred and doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely gay bars and specific bars for lesbian gays or people around the spectrum. But with that said, I don't think that gay people, for example, go specifically to these bars to pick up people. Yeah, I can be at a regular bar or a regular club and be hit on as a guy by people assuming that I'm gay. And I think that's also a thing that comes with just when being gay is not taboo or exotic. Maybe it's just becomes a part of society where people just try to find each other wherever you are, at work or in a bar or whatever.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
But how is Japan? It just sounds completely different than, I guess, from the Scandinavian experience.
It really does.
Yeah.
So for example, we can't get married first of all, right? And then I just don't meet any other lesbian women randomly when I'm walking outside, or they don't even hit on me, like we talked about in an earlier video. So it's completely different. I mean, yeah, I mean, me personally, if I like someone,
Yeah.
let's say that woman is attractive, even that woman is straight, heterosexual, I would go for her because I don't care. But I don't think many people are like that. And many people are still in the closet, especially in Japan, because it's almost like non-recognized, non-existent. That's how I feel about LGBT in Japan, right? So that's why it's very difficult to meet romantic partners in Japan, I think, if you don't go to specific places or if you don't use any apps.
Yeah.
I think it would be very, very difficult. So that's very different from Sweden.
Yeah, so like at work or like these formal places, like could you ever imagine yourself finding your love in an office as a lesbian woman?
If I were single,
Yeah.
I would do my best to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm very out. I can talk about my sexuality. I'm not
Yeah.
ashamed of it. That's why I can say, yeah, I like women and I think you're attractive, but that would be very difficult for many other LGBT people in Japan.
I think
Yeah.
you brought up one interesting point, is that in modern romance, modern dating, I think dating apps is huge, right? Not only in heterosexual relationships, but in non-heterosexual relationships. And I'm curious, right, where dating apps are kind of occupying all of the relationships that's happening across the world recently. I want to know what your experiences or what you've heard, trends here in Japan, like have dating apps been as successful as a smash hit as in, for heterosexual relationships?
In hetero?
No, in gay relationships. Has it been as successful as in heterosexual?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, because before, like I said, people have to go to a specific area like Shinjuku Nichome, right? To meet people. But I mean, many people are still in the closet. They are afraid of their, sexuality being like spread to like their colleagues or something. So not all the LGBT people can go to like these areas. And many LGBT people live outside of Tokyo.
For sure.
Right? So with these dating apps, it became so much easier to meet people. And you can still hide your identity.
Wow.
Right? So if you don't post your picture, like no one can like screenshot in. So I think it's a lot safer and definitely a lot easier. Right? Because I mean that's why dating apps are like widespread. Not only like among like LGBT but also hetero as well, right?
But so does that mean that in like a Japanese dating app for gay people, would people like mostly hide their pictures? Like, is the average person hiding their face, or like how secretive are most people, you think?
I've never used Japanese apps, but I used some apps like years ago, and many of them they didn't show their pictures, so I didn't know how they looked like.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, just FYI, like in in heterosexual, partnerships, like especially on like, dating apps, like one thing I realized that in Japan, a lot of people hide their faces.
So it's not just LGBT.
Maybe particularly a lot more in LGBT.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I see like a picture of a cat. or like like a rice cooker or something.
Yeah.
Rice cooker.
Yeah, like I'm not making this up. I've seen it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Because like FYI, when I was in Brazil,
yeah,
I used the app before I met my girlfriend.
Yeah.
just pointing it out there.
Yeah, it's really important. It's really
Yeah.
important.
Free girlfriend.
Yeah, before I met my girlfriend. Yeah, like all of them show their like faces, no problem. So it's easy for me to like swipe right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how a rice cooker can make you. Is it like to show that they're a good cook?
Maybe it's
But although rice cooker is quite
it's a
easy,
sense
I
of
think.
intrigue. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. But do you think, especially with what's happening in Japan in terms of, gay marriages, like same-sex marriages potentially being, constitutional, meaning, it could be legal, do you think, there would be a push for a lot of people to come out of the closet, show their faces on, Bumble or, whatever it is, because there is like an atmosphere, there's a vibe going on for people to be a little bit more open about their sexuality.
That's an interesting point. it could, because you know, like maybe we should talk about this further in another video, but some people give up, you know, the same-sex relationship because they can't get married, right? So maybe if it becomes like legal, then many people will be more like willing to be in a serious relationship. But
I mean, like in Sweden, right? Like I'm not too familiar with like Swedish like legal stuff, but I just feel like, you know, from what you've told me and like so many other things, you know, there's the law first, you know, the government policies first, and then society follows or, you know, adopts, right? Whereas in Japan, of course, you don't see the same kind of push because, you know, we are dictated by old men in the LDP. But, you know, put that aside, you know, if this becomes a law that allows same-sex marriages to happen, then maybe it could be like, you know, a better world.
But it definitely will, because like it means that the government accepts us, right? So people have to follow it because now it's legal. Yeah, so I think that will definitely like support us, and also like people will be more aware, so they'll discuss, you know, and like maybe the companies will follow the, you know, the constitutional law as well. Maybe they'll be more LGBT friendly, supportive. So that's definitely like a positive move. Yeah.
Wow, we wanted to keep this short and light.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we had a really interesting conversation here. So this is it for today. And for the next video, we're going to dive into more serious conversation. And the topic will be
about the social-economic differences, not only between heterosexual relationships and homosexual relationships, but also within the LGBTQI plus community, because there is a huge, you know, financial divide and economic statuses as well.
Yes, thank you. So thank you very much for watching our video. If you liked the video, please press like, and if you haven't subscribed to our video channel, please press subscribe. And if you would like to share our channel to your friends, I will be really delighted. So thank you very much, and see you very soon. Bye!